want to me.
I want to be with you.
Welcome back to my channel. It's Nene. And hold on. My lips are a little dry. Hold on. Let me get myself together. This is that Glam Light lip mask. I don't know if I like the smell of it. I'm gonna just put a little welcome back to the channel. It's Nene. Today I wanted to talk about, because I went through, as you guys know, first of all, I'm a little tongue-tied. As you guys know, I am getting married. And I said that I would start doing some more wedding content, you know, as it gets closer to the wedding, which is in September. So today I went through my palettes in my collection and picked out several palettes that I would get married in, because I'm on this back and forth situation about, am I going to do my own makeup or am I going to get somebody else to do it? I cannot decide. So I wanted to sit down and I said to myself, well, what if I do my own makeup? What would that look like for me? What palette would I use? I have to figure that out. I wanted to do one of these chit-chatty videos where I just kind of just talk to you guys. I didn't really want to get all prettied up and dolled up. So yes, I know I look a mess. Y'all don't gotta tell me. But let's get into the palettes. I tried to keep the number low. Okay, that was really hard to choose between everything. But these are what I call safe palettes for a safe bride, meaning that she just wants something really neutral. She doesn't want to be too loud, but she wants to be pretty. And she still wants her face to look very natural and calm, but still maybe a little glimmer, shimmer in her life. Like that flawless, effortless look. And I've picked out 10 palettes. That was really hard in my collection that I felt like I would get married in if I were a safe bride. Okay, I may do a part 2 with the not so safe brides palettes, meaning you want a little more color, you're a little more daring. That's me. I'm what you call a not safe bride. I'm definitely gonna have some color in my life on my day, but most brides, they want something neutral and calm and just pretty and soft and glam-like. So these are the 10 safe palettes that I would use on my wedding day to get married. Let's start. Okay, some of the palettes are old, some of them are new. We're talking about quality, color story, those kinds of things. Definitely, I think, I'm going to say that color story is like 65 to 70% of what helps to make the choice, because most women want to have, like I said, that neutral tone, calm look. All right, my first palette, I never say their name right. I hope that I say it right this time. Is Bolive Beauty. Okay, this is the palette here. This is called the Nude Persuasion palette. This is a very, very, very underestimated palette. I feel like it is not talked about when people discuss nude palettes and like what I lost my train of thought. I feel like it's not discussed enough when people talk about quality, good nude palettes. They forget about this palette. This is a very inexpensive palette. For one, that's always something that we care about. Okay, we're not going to act like money is not a factor here, especially when you're getting married. Everything is expensive. I know this personally. This is a pretty palette. You can see right here, these are some lid colors that will keep the eyes neutral. Down here, you have everything you need to make a good smoky eye, to smoke whatever you want out. These are some beautiful lid colors right here. Even that white, that's a good inner corner color. You know, if you know what you're doing, like if you know makeup, you would know how to use this palette. Again, here, these are some very pretty, I don't know about that gold. That gold right there is a bit much. But the rest of them, they are some very pretty calm shimmers. Can you guys see that? They're so pretty. One thing that I know about most brides is that they want to be pretty, but not too much. These are more metallic-y, and I think it's always best to go with more of a metallic rather than shimmer. If you don't want to be too much and you want to go like super calm, super nude, because metallics, they're more reflective rather than glittery, shiny. Yeah. To me, in my opinion, they're much more calmer than a glitter shadow or pressed pigments, a multi-chrome, but they still give pretty. My next palette is from Blend Bunny, called the Forget Me Not. This palette always was like so weird to me because it opens up like a book. I don't know if that's something they did on purpose. I don't know. But I'm gonna turn it this way. It's really supposed to go this way, but I just feel more comfortable holding it this way because it's not exactly a small palette. It's kind of like a medium palette. Again, this palette is kind of like the Nude Persuasion palette. Price wise, I don't think they're too different in price wise. I'm not sure if this palette is actually, to be honest with you guys, I'm not sure if this palette is still on their site. It might be discontinued. It is kind of old. This is from Blend Bunny. I could tell you that the Nude Persuasion palette, that's definitely still available. This also gives just like some really soft, these are more like those shimmery colors that we were talking about right here. These are definitely bridal colors, those soft pinks, soft silvers and whites, and even that gold is like soft. So any bride can benefit from that. Okay, then we have our browns, these cool tone browns, these cool tone browns here, these darker, warmer browns. This is like a charcoal black. It's not necessarily, I'm looking in my mirror so I can see what I'm pointing to. This is like a charcoal black, not necessarily a full on black. Then you have actual full on black in here. This palette is really, really pretty. I have used it several times. It's never steered me wrong. And this palette is supposed to be like a face palette as well. I could believe it. These colors here, they're dark enough to contour with. This pink here, like this pale pink, it's so pretty. It's so pretty on the eyes, on the lid. And if you top it with this other pink, like this is bridal pink, guys. Seriously, it's like the softest, prettiest baby pink ever. I love it. I think that Blend Bunny did their big one with this. And I think this palette was sort of a mini big deal. Like I don't want to say a big deal, but mini. Like a small, tiny, big deal when it came out. I do remember a lot of people talked about it a lot because I believe it's so versatile. So that's that palette, the Blend Bunny palette. One more thing is that these palettes, I'm not like really ranking them. This is just like, they're not in any specific order. This little guy here. Now, y'all know I wasn't going to do this video without a Glamlite palette in it. Come on now. This little guy here, the Breaking Dawn Glamlite palette from the, what's this guy name? Jacob. And I'm Team Jacob. How dare I, right? With this Jacob palette, now I know that when Glamlite did this palette, they were thinking only about the whole Twilight series, but this is the perfect bride palette if you were to do your own makeup. You have your golds, your smoky colors, your dark colors. You've even got some cool tones in there. Like these cool tones, these colors are perfect for the lid, to put on the actual lid part. You've got this beautiful browns in here. They can definitely go in those creases, be the best transition colors for you. You've got your shimmers. Your shimmers are just awesome. When I wore this palette, these colors are like ethereal. I swear, guys. Like they even have like a little pop of something in there, but they're still so neutral that you guys can you can really wear them to any special occasion. Honestly, the eyes, they are ethereal with this palette. Like, it's such a simple palette, but it does big things for the eyes. Like, seriously, I felt like a green goddess because I used the green. I used the greens and golds, and like I said, you can give that pop of color with those greens like I did when I wore it. But on your wedding day, you may not want to put green in there. Again, safe. This is for the safe brides. May not want to put any green in there. That's okay. There's still so many other colors in here to work with. Those silvers, those golds, those coppers, those taupes, those colors, they will get the job done. And one of the main reasons why I chose this palette, not only the color story, but the quality. The quality of this palette, baby, is A1 from day one, okay? And I don't care what nobody said. That's on who? Somebody pissy pepper wearing ass grandma, okay? The next one, Mirage. This is the Mirage from Alter Ego. I have only used this palette, I want to say twice. But I don't want to lie to y'all. It could have only been once. I've got quite a few palettes, so sometimes it's hard to use them 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times. But nonetheless, when I did wear it, I do remember, for one, the color story is like perfect for a bride, okay? For two, the quality was there for me. A lot of brides love gold. They want gold or silver. They want a gold shimmer or silver shimmer. That's just how it goes, to be honest. This has some pretty golds in it right here. It even has, let's see here, this one right here. These are so, like, look at those. That is 3 different color of golds. 3 different types. I think this is like a rose gold. I'm going to say this one is like a 24 karat gold. This one is giving me like a, I want to say this is like an orange gold. You know, these are 3 different types of golds. The browns in here, amazing. The quality. Also, one thing that I also love about this palette is that it has the two cream shimmer, I'm about to say shimmers. It has the 2 cream colors here. So with the cream, first of all, I love a good cream eyeliner. You guys know that. I definitely will be, I would definitely use this as eyeliner on my wedding day. But also to use the cream as a base to make anything pop. A lot of people do that sometimes. These browns in here, they are really gorgeous for just like some of the best transition shades. There's some warm browns, some cool browns, some lighter browns, some darker browns. That alone can give you the perfect nude eye for your special day, okay? Definitely. This palette eats down. I want to say that Alter Ego is a very, very, very good company to purchase anything from. They are super inexpensive. I will say they do dupe a lot of companies though. That's the truth. Nobody better not come up here objecting. That is the truth. They dupe other high-end brands. But they do a damn good job at it. And to me, I don't mind a good dupe. If you're doing it right, if the price is right, I'm in there like swimwear, baby. Okay? Anyway, let's go to the next. This one. Precious Metals from ColourPop. This palette I used, y'all saw me use it once in a video, and then another time I used it after off camera. So I've used this palette twice, yes. I think when it comes to this palette, the reason I feel like it's a good palette is because of all the metallic nude shimmer colors. Like this is like champagne. Here's another like kind of champagne-y color, but it's more on the golden side. This one's more like on the pearl, like a pearl kind of color. Then you've got like this really light taupey metallic here. Look at me, y'all, getting, look at me starting to describe stuff a little bit better, okay? Then you've got like these rosy champagnes right here. This is like some coppers in here. Those are some really pretty colors. And again, they're metallic, so they're giving shimmer, but not too much. They don't move a lot on the eyes. But they do have some pressed, I think this is a pressed glitter. Is this it right here? Yeah, they've got some pressed glitters in there. So that's also some options. And they're giving a lot of good browns in here. Definitely for me, a chocolate woman, you know, I prefer a more warmer brown. But this year I'm noticing that I'm starting to gravitate towards some cool tones a little bit more. I'm appreciating a good cool tone these days. I don't think I've always done that. I think I was more afraid that they would make me look ashy, but actually they're very pretty on the skin, you know. The one thing I will say, I don't think there's a lot of nude lid options. Like these are very, very light, but this is very few. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4 for you to put on the actual lid in the event that you don't want any coppers or any metallics in there. Or sometimes people will want to put a plain nude matte color on the lid and something metallic or pearly or shimmery in the inner corner, the outer corner, however they plan on doing it. But this palette does not give a lot of eyelid options. It gives more, a lot of matte. It does not give a lot of matte eyelid options. It gives more options for the more shinier bride, okay? She wants a little shine, a little glimmer in her eyes, but not too much. These metallics, they're going to do it for you. Because one thing I could say, I wore this twice, but baby, it ate down every time. It ate down with a Z, okay? Down. Let me drink my water. Y'all, I am drinking apple cider vinegar water. Okay, it's not something I do every day, but it is good for the digestion. It helps to move the food along in you. It's good. Just, it has so many benefits. It also helps with pressure. Okay, I'm sorry, that was a quick little health tip there. We talk about the makeup, right? So anyway, this palette, this is a good palette. Another inexpensive choice, but you're getting good quality, okay? For sure. Next is my girl, Huda Beauty, okay? I have to tell you, this is my Pretty Grunge palette. I have to tell you, and when I speak about this palette, y'all will always hear me say the same thing. This is the most used palette in my collection by me. And that is saying a lot because sometimes I don't get to wear my palettes 3, 4, 5 times. I just don't. It's just so many of them. I've only got 2 eyes. But this palette, this color story, girl, love it from my soul. Do you hear me? From my soul, love this palette, okay? Now, I have to tell y'all, this was probably the first palette that made me fall in love with cool tones because even when I wanted to purchase the palette, it took me quite some time to get this palette because I kept looking at it and I was like, it's so pretty, but in my head there was just so much cool tones in it, and I just wasn't sure if that was gonna work for me or with me. But this has turned out to be the most used palette in my collection. I've probably used this palette at least 10, 12, I don't know, maybe even 15 times. I have to say, I love this palette. These colors here, they are all some good lid colors. If you want that matte in there for you, they've got some mauve colors, some taupey colors, some cool tones. Because that's one thing, you're not gonna get a lot of warm tones in this palette. It's mainly cool tones. But these colors here, they are like, I have to tell y'all, even though I've worn this thing a million times, I still struggle with deciding if they are gold or silver. Because there is something about these shimmers where one second they look gold, another second they look silver. But no matter what color you're looking for, like, they just go. They just work. Like, they eat the fuck. I'm sorry, I cursed, right? I shouldn't have cursed. I get a little passionate. They eat down, okay? They eat down. And you're going to always look at that. Look at that. They're so pretty. Now, these are so shimmery. These are so shimmery and so pretty. You guys, you're going to love this palette, especially on your wedding day. I could see me wearing this a million times, making the best, most prettiest smoky eye ever in my life with this palette on my wedding day, okay? Don't sleep. But one more thing. This palette is a little pricey. I think it's like 80 bucks for this palette. The quality is there, so it is worth it. But it is very pricey. I will not lie to you guys. But can I think of a palette that can replace this one? That is inexpensive? I cannot. That is the truth. The color story is unique. The quality is unique. I can't think of a cheaper one that can replace this one. So I would buy it all over again 10 times. The next palette is my Beauty Bay Earthy. Okay. If you love makeup, if you are into makeup, baby, then you know about Beauty Bay. And you know about the infamous, I still be keeping the plastic in my babies, but you know about the infamous, how many? 42. The infamous 42 pan palettes from Beauty Bay. Now, I'm going to tell y'all. This can look overwhelming. This is true. This can look overwhelming for someone who's not really sure or still learning. But this palette, the quality, chef's kiss. Number one, the golds in here are to die for. The golds, they are giving champagne, copper. They've got, look at this one. Look at these. Look at these. Your eyes are going to shine on your wedding day, like, period. This one has like a little hint of green in it. Your eyes are going to shine every time. One thing about Beauty Bay does not play. Their palettes deliver. Their price, though, always amazing. And a lot of times, Beauty Bay goes on sale. These colors down here, look at that. These and the lid colors. Now, it's probably more this bottom half, and of course it has some sprinkled shimmers in there, but more this bottom half that is going to give you that perfect wedding day. Now, one thing I will say about this palette is kind of heavy holding it up like this. One thing I would say about the palette that you know, when you think about your wedding day, you might want it to be like more browns, more smoky. That is something that you will probably have to consider if it's not smoky enough for you down here, because it doesn't have a lot of deeper browns, or a lot of like any blacks or charcoals or even a deep gray. It doesn't have a lot of that, so it could easily become a companion palette because of that. But I feel like the golds that are in here, the transitional colors that are in here, like those browns, those reds, greens, those all can be so beautiful for like the prettiest eye look on your wedding day. Next is the Neutrals Cosmic Beauty. Because I always say Cosmic Brushes. It went from Cosmic Brushes to Cosmic Beauty. Cosmic Beauty. This is the Neutrals 20 Pan Palette. And this color story is phenomenal. The quality. Y'all, I have to say, I think that this is probably one of the best neutral color palettes that I own in my entire collection. These colors, they are nude, they are calm and neutral, but they give a hint of something. Each one gives like a hint of extra color, extra pop, extra love in each swatch, y'all. It's like, look at that. Look at that. Your eyes are going to shine so amazing on like your wedding day if you were going to use these, and still be so soft and so pretty and so just phenomenal. Okay, I have to say, definitely when I think about a wedding palette that I would use on my eyes, this is probably one of the top 3 that pop in my head like automatically. This was probably one of the first palettes I pulled out in my collection. I already knew automatically I wanted to come to this when I had the idea for this particular this guy here, the Lord of the Rings Glam Light. I just got this in my palette. It is very, 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 very new. And it has some pops of color in there. It does. But when I look at the palette, these neutral tones in here, these shimmers in here, this right here, this can give you the most prettiest smoky eye, calm, not too in your face, like a calm, soothing smoky eye. And these right here can go, maybe not this periwinkle blue purple here, but the other colors can be like some very, especially this gray. This gray could eat down as a transitional color. These shimmers though, beautiful. I can definitely see me coming through with the perfect nude eye look in here. The colors are phenomenal, the quality phenomenal. Okay, and this is one of my newer palettes, and I'm able to say that about it, is that I can see making a wedding look out of this palette. I definitely could see, and that's even for the Safe Bride. Number 10. This is my last but not least. I was a little hesitant on putting this palette in this video just because there's a lot of controversy around the brand. A lot of people have stopped supporting the brand, but the one thing I will say is that I'm not here for the controversy. Okay, I'm here for the makeup, the palette, the quality, the color story. All right, and this is from Inslee Rain, Light in Your Eyes. That's what it's called. The one thing about this company, no matter what you think of them personally, you cannot, that's my plastics, I keep them in there. You cannot deny their color stories. Like, you just can't. Even if you wanted to, you can't. You can't deny their color stories. You can't deny their quality that comes with these palettes. They're not the cheapest palettes ever. I have to tell you that. I think some of them can run between 75 to 90 bucks, dang near. I think they have like this weird thing like 88 for the pricing, which is so weird to me, but whatever. But they are worth every penny. They're worth every penny. The colors, look at this. Look at that pan right there. That is like a 2 shimmer eyeshadow. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's freaking gorgeous. You can one side, the other side, and those are 2. Look at that. That shimmer is everything, guys. This is giving you some of the best silver, taupes, mauves. Look at this. This is like a black based gold. That gold is black based. Look at that. The quality from this company is undeniable. That's just that. And of course, when you look in it, you're gonna see some amazing matte lid colors, like hair. This is the most amazing transitional colors in here. Right here. Transitional. Even this mustard. It's like mustard yellow. It's like a brown, but like a mustard brown. It's weird. This olive green hair. This is more like a charcoal black, not like a full tone black. This is a good mauve color. Guys, this palette, no matter what you feel about the company, is undeniable. This is a beautiful wedding day palette for a do-it-yourself kind of bride. It's beautiful, but it's safe at the same time. It is not too much in your face, but the colors and the shimmers and the shine that would be on your eye, it would be undeniable. There's no doubt in my head and my heart that somebody's going to ask you what is on your eyes if you wore that palette. Hey guys, so that's it. That was all 10 palettes. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys found something that maybe if you're getting married and you're trying to go a more inexpensive way, or if you're like your own makeup artist, you just don't like people messing on your face, you prefer to do it yourself. Hopefully you saw something in there that you might like, or it made you think about wanting to do your own makeup to either save money or just to feel safe. I know for me, as a bride, it's more about feeling safe and secure in my makeup. A lot of makeup artists, I feel like they change your skin tone color. Sometimes they make your eyebrows look weird. And I'm not trying to have that on my wedding day. I'm not trying to have that on my wedding day. I would be very unhappy. So for me, it's just about feeling safe with my makeup and knowing that I'm going to look pretty as possible. Just knowing if I do it the way I like it to be done. Now, there's certain things that I'm like, I don't do this the best, like contouring or highlighting. Sometimes I don't do that the best. My eyes are bothering me, y'all. I'm supposed to be wearing my glasses. I don't do those things the best, but I still feel more safer with me doing them rather than looking like I'm like 3, 4, 5 shades lighter than what I am. I don't want to do that. But nonetheless, I hope you saw something in there that you like, or it gave you some inspiration to maybe go out and find your own perfect wedding eyeshadow palette that will work for you in your day. If you're a bride and you're watching this, congratulations and have the best wedding day ever. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.